Good morning, students. This is the third module of your chapter Law of Supply. Let us move on to the topics done already in the last modules. Okay, in the last module we were discussing factors affecting supply, and we had discussed price of the commodity point, goal of the producers, prices of factor of production, and techniques of production. The remaining points will be discussing in the today's module. Prices of related commodities. Okay, if the price of some other commodities will increase, the producer will stop producing that particular commodity and shift to the other commodity. For example, a farmer is growing cabbage in his field. Growing cabbage in his field. Okay, in case the price of peas is matar. In the case of price of peas rises, the farmer will stop the production of cabbage and start producing peas. Okay, a farmer growing cabbage will shift production from cabbage to peas when the price of the other commodity increases. So, price of other commodities, that is price of peas, affected the production of cabbage. Okay, the supply of cabbage decreased and the supply of peas started increasing. Now, natural factors also affect the supply of a commodity. Okay, supply depends totally upon the production. Supply depends totally upon the production. Okay, if there are unfavorable conditions like the condition of drought or flood, okay, they will have negative effect on the production. In case of floods, the crops will be destroyed, and if it is destroyed, how will they supply it? Right? So unfavorable factors like drought or flood will negatively affect the production and the supply of commodities will decrease. Okay, and in case of adequate rain, okay, if rain is proper rain will increase the production and the supply will increase. Okay, negative effect, drought and flood will bring negative effect and the supply will decrease. Good rain will increase the production and the supply will increase. We move on to the next point. This point is very important. Okay, taxes and subsidies. If government is imposing taxes like GST on the production of the goods, okay, what will happen when the government imposes taxes, increase the taxes on the production of goods? The cost of production, to make the product, whatever cost is involved, that increases. And with the increased cost of production is less, and as a result the supply decreases. On the other hand, when taxes are reduced, taxes kam ho jaye, the cost of production, the cost of making the production also reduces, and with this producers are able to supply more. The production increases and so the supply also increases. Okay, and if government is giving subsidies or some kind of financial help, subsidies means in the production of the commodity, government will give some financial help. So in such a case, the cost of production, the making cost of the product will reduce because some amount is also provided by the government, and then the production will increase and the firms can now supply more. The supply will increase. Look at the table I have made. Okay, you can see the arrow mark. Taxes increase. Okay, what will happen when this is kind of a recapitulation of whatever point we have done till now. Taxes are increasing, cost of production is increasing. When government will impose more taxes, the making cost will increase, and then the producers will not be able to produce much, so the supply will decrease. When the taxes reduce, the cost of production is also very less, and then the producers are able to produce more, and hence the supply will increase. When they produce more, they will supply more. And when the government is providing subsidies, it means that subsidies increases, the cost of production will be less because some of the amount the government is providing as financial help, and when the cost of production will reduce, suppliers will be able to make more and they will also be able to supply more. We move on to the next point, transport and communication facilities. Now, how do they affect the supply? Okay, in a place where transport and communication facility is not advanced, we take an example of a rural area where the transport and communication facility is not advanced. No producer will be motivated to go there. They will not be willing to expand the market over there. And wherever there is improvement in transportation, means trucks easily go, the roads are well constructed, the carriers like trucks and railways are able to carry goods from one place to another. In such places where the transport and the communication, the telephone lines are very much developed in a good condition, in that place producers will be motivated to set up the factories and produce more. Okay, this will expand the size of market of such places because goods can be easily transported from one place to another. In such cases, factories will be set up in place of good transportation and production will increase and the supply will increase too. We now move on to the next topic. Today we are going to start law of supply in this module itself. Okay, law of supply is because of only one factor, that is the price. Okay, when we have studied so many factors affecting supply, but when we talk about law of supply, it is because of only one factor, and that is price. Okay, when the price increases, the quantity supplied increases, and when the price falls, the quantity supplied falls. Law of supply is totally based on the own price of the commodity. Let us do one question. Okay, this question you have to note it. State the law of supply and explain it with the help of a schedule and diagram. Today we will state the law of supply. I will give you the assumptions that have to be written as per council instruction. With the law of supply, it is necessary to write at least 4 assumptions. With the law of supply, you need to write 4 assumptions. Okay, let us do the law of supply. The law of supply states that other things remaining constant, the quantity supplied increases with increase in price and the quantity supplied decreases with fall in price. Here what is important is other things remaining constant. Keyword. The law of supply states that other things remaining constant. Other things remaining constant means all the factors affecting supply other than the price should remain constant. It says that when the quantity supplied increases with rise in price and the quantity supplied will decrease with fall in price. Now let us do this other things remaining constant or the assumptions. In the paper you need to write with the law. Whenever the question of law of supply is asked, whatever marks it may carry, you have to write 4 assumptions along with this law statement. Okay, we move on to the assumptions of the law of supply. Ceteris paribus, also known as other things remaining constant. Ceteris paribus means other things remaining constant. All factors we have studied till now, okay, prices of other factor of production, technique of production, transport and communication facility, whatever factors affecting supply we have done till now, policy of taxation, subsidies, prices of related commodities, natural factors, all these are assumed to be constant. All factors affecting supply other than own price are assumed to be constant. And what is the keyword here? No change, no change. Everywhere no change. Whatever factors you have studied other than the price, in assumptions you will write no change in prices of factor of production, no change in technique of production, no change in climatic factors, no change in policy of taxation and subsidies. Okay. In this manner, you have to write at least 4 assumptions. Now, what is the schedule and diagram? Schedule is a normal table and diagram is the plotting of that particular schedule. In the next module that I'll be giving, I will explain you in detail the supply schedule, individual supply schedule and market supply schedule. For today, this is enough. Okay, so let me just go with it. You very well know that when price increases, quantity supplied increases. You can take any amount, any value of your wish, but you make sure when price increases, quantity will increase. At price 1, quantity supplied is 10. At price 2, quantity supplied is 20. It is increasing. Price also increases, quantity also increases. Price also increases, quantity also increases. You have to keep this in mind. Okay. Now how you are going to plot it? X and Y axis you make a point origin, X and Y axis, you plot price at Y axis, quantity supplied on X axis. First XY, price, quantity supplied plotted. Now here you mark 1, 2, 3, 4. In the same way you mark 10, 20, 30, 40. Okay, mark prices 1, 2, 3, 4, mark 10, 20, 30, 40. Then where price is 1, quantity is 10. Take price 1, take 10, mark this point. Take 2, take 20. From 2, here 20. Okay, at price 3, quantity supplied is 30. So here you will draw a line, with your scale, and here 30. Mark a point. After marking a point, I am circling it as well. Okay, it is for, telling that this is the point. At price 1, mark 10. At price 2, take 20. At price 3, take 30. You will get 4 points. Circle it and then join these points to get the supply curve. After you mark all these points, make a straight line joining all the points and you will get your supply curve. You can see the supply curve is upward sloping. You must remember demand curve is downward sloping and the supply curve slopes upward like this. Okay. Thank you, students.